Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to some Newbie Rumble 16, or Not-so-Newbee Rumble 16 rather, where today we will be taking a look at the losers bracket. We've finished the normal bracket last time for those who watched the video or the stream, and yeah, the losers bracket is pretty much all that's left before the finals, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Starting off with round 1 for the losers battle, the Allshell against the Reluctance. Just gonna go grab the Allshell, the most up-to-date version. And for team 2, the Reluctance, there it is. This is an airship, so spawn it at that height. Give it a spawn angle, and let's get going. Now, we've seen the Reluctance get quite an unfortunate matchup last time, where most of its weapons, pretty much all its weapons actually, just got completely hard countered by lamps. The Allshell, however, doesn't have lamps. So, in other words, all of these missiles, APS shells, cram shells, they're all gonna be connected. The EMP already took out one turret completely. This thing's not aiming anymore. It's so GG, there's another set of missiles. And here we go, the Reluctance flying straight over, basically having basically no damage so far. Oh, that's another turret that just got killed. Never mind, it's still firing, but still, this thing got cooked. It got absolutely fucked. So the Reluctance is attacked from above, basically just really is killing it. Reluctance at 99.6% is, I mean, it's doing decently still. There's some missiles which ain't no way those connect. Unless, wait, is this some form of sea mines now? Nope, they moved too far. If they just stayed put, Allshelly would have driven into them. Alright, so while we have a vehicle from Scovy on screen, I did just before this session of Newbie Rumble also record some bonus battles. They sent in 3 vehicles, one of which was the Legion's Ire, a vehicle we already have seen in Newbie Rumble. But there were also 2 new ones, so we took a quick look at those in the designer mode and ultimately just had a few battles with them, which was quite fun for the most part. I did kind of rush it right before Newbie Rumble started, so there weren't too many battles, but still, it was decent fun. The video for that will be coming out, I'd say Wednesday. I'll schedule it for that. Oh, that's BRM joining us. Good evening. Anyways, I was just talking about when that video was going to come out. But yeah, we've pretty much just had one of the new vehicles Scovy sent face off against 2 Newbie Rumble 15 participants in the end. Which, I mean, it did win against the Laushaulun. It didn't win against the Resolve, but the Resolve was a fairly powerful ship after all in Newbie Rumble 15. And yeah, there's plenty more battles to be had. But coming back to this battle real quick, it looks like this here turret on the Reluctance has been EMP'd. It's not aiming anymore. This cram got its barrel fucked. And this cram is still active. Meanwhile, the Allshelly is... I mean, it's kind of sinking. This turret is fucked. And yeah, it is pretty low in the water. We're playing as some Russian cruiser in World of Warships. And it is absolutely getting battered by cram shells right now. As the Reluctance does another overhead pass. That kind of destroyed the detection a bit, but nothing that bad. We do see the Reluctance start to take some damage, I guess. Just another cram hit, which basically did nothing, but it hit. The Allshelly is continuing to go deeper into the water. It's sinking further and further. Doesn't even have any functional guns. It does have functional guns on the back still. Some more missiles are being launched by the Reluctance. But they're not doing that much. They're just kind of destroying the wooden lining that's everywhere here. The metal is still standing here, so it's kind of leaving these like huge ravines in the armor, which looks a bit odd. But if it works, it works. Another close overhead pass. There have been no DQ points gained yet, which is quite impressive for a battle with the Reluctance. It usually tends to cause one or the other participant to gain DQ points. But I guess not this time. I haven't seen the Reluctance launch its underside missiles for a while, so probably those got EMP'd as well, if I had to guess. So yeah, the EMP shells on the Allshelly actually kind of pulling their weight. They're doing some decent work, disabling a decent amount of the weapons actually on the Reluctance. Still, Reluctance is quite a bit up ahead. It's not looking like it's gonna run out of materials before the battle ends either. Oh, that's looking like it's pretty far away. It might cause some DQ points. No, it doesn't. With a ship with flamers runs out of... So Kiwi asked a very interesting question about what happens with flamers or incendiary weapon ships that lose all their weapons but the enemy is still on fire. Which I'll say, I mean, if it's on fire and the fire is still dealing significant amounts of damage, then we're gonna let the battle continue. This is still might is cool. But yeah, if there's any like big ship still on fire, the fire is still ticking for quite a lot of damage, or has a chance of disabling some important parts like the AI, then we'll let the battle continue. If it's just some small fire that does like nothing, then I'll call the battle off early if the flamer ship is out of armor, or out of weapons. Out of armament was what I was about to say. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Kind of depends on what if the fire disarms the enemy. I mean, good question. In that case, I mean, the flamer ship was disarmed first, So I'm tempted to say the flamer ship, unless the percentage difference is like absolutely insane between the flamer ship and the other ship, with the flamer ship being like way lower. Or the flamer ship being way higher, that's also an option, of course. If the flamer ship has way more health left and lost all weapons, and the other ship loses all weapons to the fire afterwards, then the flamer ship wins. Works both ways around, of course. If they're fairly even, then yeah, the flamer ship just loses because it lost its weapons first. Speaking of losing weapons, the Reluctance is kind of hanging on to its last few missiles here. So yeah, the crams aren't aiming anymore, I don't think. Ah yes, the back one still is, but this thing has no barrel, so for what it's worth, it is still aiming. The turrets on the top are both disabled through EMP. There's only a few missiles on the top still launching, and they're just falling into the water whenever the Reluctance is passing so close overhead. Here comes a missile that looks like it will hit. Yes, it does. It doesn't do much, but it hits. We have 17 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds. The missiles are still launching, so the Reluctance is not completely detoothed. And that is time. Just as the Reluctance was about to dip into the water through probably losing some propulsion or something. So yeah, this one's a win for the Reluctance. So you see, it was going down, was it? It was just in the process of sinking into the water. Yeah. So very, very close one. But a win for the Reluctance nonetheless. Let me just put that on the leaderboard. Unfortunate that the Allshell's out after only having 2 battles. But hey, it is what it is. On to losers round 2, the Cesiarder going up against the KH Minegumo. There's the Cesiarder. Again, airship was spawning it at some altitude. And there's the Minegumo. Let's see what this battle does. This is, I hope, the new version. I mean, didn't I bring the new version in? I mean, we'll see. Oh no, it definitely isn't the new version. It definitely isn't. So yeah, we'll quickly get the slightly improved breadboard version of the Cesiarder, because we don't want it just falling into the water. That's boring. Nobody ever wants just boring battles, after all, so yeah, we'll just quickly grab the slightly improved breadboard version. I'm not gonna count the win of the Cesiarder if it wins now, but if it makes for more fun battles, then I'm all for it. There you go. I saw only the version change and nothing else, so that's a good sign. Might want to spawn at a lower altitude. Let's see. Give it like a 50. There we go. So there we go, it's at 50. It is dipping into the water but going up. It almost fell into the water. The Minegumo is blazing all guns and is also just blazing in general. The Minegumo is a full metal ship, So I know I'd expect fire to not be that devastating to it, but what do I know? Here comes the Cesiarder again, getting its flamers on target. Burning the side of the ship mainly. The side and the top. The main thing the Cesiarder can do is burn the turret caps off. That's like the probably biggest threat here to the Minegumo. And that front turret cap looks like it is on fire. Absolutely blazing. But it's also heavy armor. It did kill the detection, yeah, the Minegumo is going blind. I guess that's also a threat that has to be accounted for. Yeah, the turrets are completely blind. They do not know what's going on. They're just shooting into nothingness. But yeah, we'll just have a little flaming party now, I guess. Watch as the fire just goes out on metal, basically, immediately. That's crazy. So yeah, it kind of just burned off specifically the detection, so the turrets are now blind and can't do shit. Yeah, they are not doing shit, those turrets. They're just firing blind into nothing. So, I mean, we can give the Minegumo a bit of fighting time still, but really, it's just going to get cooked. I see some exposed wood now, which the flamers get a hold of that. That's gonna burn pretty nicely. How did it get it? I don't know, probably at the start of the match, because yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. The singular DQ point, it tends to just happen that ships get it at the start of the match if they don't move forward fast enough. So that may be how it got one. And yeah, there we go. It's again getting this side completely burned up. There's some more fires for the other side as well now. Which, I mean, those fires aren't lasting long. There goes a turret cap, the first out of 3 to be disconnected. And yeah, the Minegumo is not doing anything anymore. Although Cesiarder is taking a little dip. It does seem like you forgot to add proper oxidizer. The underwater fires... I mean, maybe you're just not holding the fire onto a spot for long enough for it to actually really stick for a bit there, but... what do I know? The turret cap looks like it's burning pretty nicely. Yeah, the guns are pretty much fucked. I think it's fair to just call this one off at this point. Cesiarder isn't gaining any DQ points. The Minegumo isn't able to fight back. It's pretty much cooked. It pretty much cooked this. It is cooked, quite literally. So yeah, another set of just flames touch down on the Minegumo. But does it even matter anymore? I don't think so. Yeah, there goes another turret cap, and the other turret is basically disabled, so never mind, it's still firing. We will still have to watch this torture. This is gotta be a torture method, isn't it? Like, just burning your target alive? And I think this... one of these flamer sets should do the turret in. It's held up by literally one line of APS coolers. Like, it's gotta burn up at some point. There's no way this thing holds up for much longer. Another set of flames go right into the hull this time. Although, I mean, the top section isn't as armored, so guess that's how that happened. Never mind, we can see right into the AI box. There's rubber down there. That's definitely going to be the AI. There's some gun parts getting exposed there. And here as well. So yeah, the flames pretty much gotta be able to kill this thing now. Right? Nope, they're aiming below water, which is destroying some blocks, yes. But it's not having the effect that it should have. Which is finally getting that one turret out. There we go. Now we can officially end the battle because the Minegumo is finally completely unarmed. It was an extremely long torture session. But the Cesiarder has proven that it's not falling into the water at least, so... hey, that's something. Right, let's just... again, put it on the leaderboard. Here we go, Cesiarder gets a point. And next up is the Reluctance, again, going up against the Dinosauria. Now this one may be a bit of an unfun fight for the Reluctance, because the Dinosauria is running lasers. So... yeah, it might just have some trouble there. Give this thing a 30-degree angle. And yeah, there we go. Reluctance does have smoke, which immediately ups its chances by a lot against just laser vehicles. And the Dinosauria doesn't even really intercept the missiles coming at it. So the Reluctance has a good chance at just dealing good damage here. Now, however, these two vehicles are both vehicles that try to basically just dip out to max range. So we may get a little bit of a DQ session here. We'll have to see. The Reluctance is currently losing the trade between those two. But who knows, maybe it can pull back a little bit. The EMP can certainly make a difference here. So for the damage dealt is mainly superficial, it's just surface damage. But yeah, this is a fairly even trade again now. Now that the Dinosauria is trying to run away and down to one weapon. Oh, which just apparently got... it's apparently decided to just do a 360 randomly. Twice. And is completely disabled. So yeah, we're down to one laser on the Dinosauria. There we go, the DQ begins. It's, as I said, both of these vehicles love to go to max range and just do this. They're going back into battle now. Oddly enough, the Reluctance gained more DQ points here than the Dinosauria did. So that's a thing. Here comes some missiles again. They're not close enough to the laser, so they don't destroy it, but still, the damage is done. With only one laser emitter, the Dinosauria basically doesn't out-trade anymore, so it's in trouble right now. Some more EMP surges running through. Again, there have been some DQ points gained. Reluctance still has a few more. Missile hits. As the late Dinosauria is currently trying to just run. Which of course means it can't use its laser. There we go, it's got it on target again. But it's also turning to run again. Which is really not helping it any bit. I mean, yeah. At least the missiles aren't going to take out the front laser with this angle, but... Oh no, this is looking like the build-up for another set of DQ points gained. The Dinosauria is almost out of materials as well, by the way, so... it's pretty much over for it already. It may be GG's. Yeah, there we go, some more DQ points have been gained. The Reluctance is at 19 right now. Yeah, it does annihilate materials. What sort of engine does it have? I don't know, I think it's fuel? Yeah. But it's also pretty huge because, I mean, you're running a laser system. Which, yeah, the laser took some damage already from probably EMP. Do laser weapons take damage from EMP? I don't know. But yeah, pretty much this thing gets... It uses the materials for the laser a lot, so... Once it's out of materials, it's pretty much just over. It can't run its weapon anymore. It's already behind in health, before that even happened. So yeah, there we go, it's at 0. It does still have some power left, but... Also, this looks again like some more DQ points are about to be gained. And... No! No DQ points. Reluctance managing to turn back in. And yeah, there we go, the Dinosauria is slowing down. It's pretty much going to be dead in the water in like a few seconds. And that laser is basically doing nothing anymore. It's pretty much just dead. So, yeah, it's dead in the water. The laser is... Well, like a laser pointer at this point. It's... Yeah. You might deal more damage by flashing the headlights of some truck on the vehicle at this rate. I don't think it even does any damage. I don't see any blocks falling off or anything. It's just... I mean, it's kind of looking like the laser designator for missiles, and that's probably about as much damage as it's doing as well. That as the smoke on the Reluctance isn't even triggering because the laser wasn't even doing any damage. So, yeah. And yeah, that laser pretty much completely disabled, so another win for the Reluctance, basically. Yeah, so putting that into the brackets, of course. There we go, the Reluctance takes another win. Oh, look at that, we've got a airship battle coming up soon with the Cesiarder going against the Reluctance. But first we have the Anticipation facing off against the Z5. Anticipation all the way up here. And the Z5 down here. Give it a spawn angle about 30 degrees. There we go. And let's start this match off. There's both of them. Now this is pretty much guaranteed to be an anticipation win. The Z5 is not good against any sort of high damage APS. Which... yeah, there we go. That's already clipped the torpedo tubes. And yeah, the anticipation APS is pretty much just guaranteed to penetrate the Z5. Yeah, there we go. That's a turret already. Z5 torpedoes coming in, but I don't think they'll... they actually killed the turret. Never mind. I was about to say they're not gonna do shit, but they killed the turret. Both of these ships gaining DQ points right now. But they're moving back in. Here comes some more torpedoes. Looking like they're hitting the front of the anticipation. The anticipation is actually behind in health. That's something. Despite the Z5 losing a turret. But really, this is only a matter of time. Because we've seen it one-shot the Z5's turret once. It's gonna do it again. Surely. Anticipation is almost dead in the water at this rate. At this point. I do wonder, how did it lose a turret? We gotta check this area out actually. How did that happen? Nah, actually, how the fuck? Cause like, I don't see a hole. I see this hole, yes, but ain't no way that killed the whole turret. Yeah, it might have been unejected. Let's check it on not a turret, but still damn. They are unejected turrets, it looks like. Which also puts this turret at immense risk because it's already exposed. So I guess the Z5 torpedoes, OP. Simply too broken to be allowed. There's some engine parts falling out, which the Z5 I guess just drilled out with its APS. The anticipation is also DQ, has also got a lot of DQ points actually. It's at 20 right now, somehow. There goes another torpedo, it killed the turret. This one has only got one gun barrel. What is this? The Z5 redemption arc? Let's go have a check at the Z5. This thing gotta be looking battered. Yeah. Basically, yeah, this turret's left still, but this thing got its neck chopped. The bow is dented in. But there is still one fully intact torpedo launcher, so hooray Z5. The engine is cooked. The back APS also got its neck sniped, it looks like. Yeah, it's not gotten through the belt armor, it's just the neck that got killed. On both APS turrets, actually. I mean, this one is kind of exposed from the front, but hey. But yeah, the torpedoes are still there. And those are what's quote-unquote scary in this case. I wonder how this gun barrel got killed, actually. Let's check that out. So yeah, the Z5 apparently just drilled. Oh nah. Oh nah, this thing's exposed. Beware of the 20mm APS sniping the turret neck. If this thing actually dies to a 20mm APS, then okay. At that point, it's GG's. Okay, I mean, the torpedoes on the front are still there. So it's not actually over when the turret dies, but... you know... it almost is at that point. And I mean, I don't see the torpedoes aiming, so maybe they actually got EMP'd by the torpedoes? of the Z5. They must have gotten EMP'd by the Z5's torpedoes spam. This is some crazy... No, never mind, there we go. They just didn't have the angle. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's some... zappery for sure. We see more just laser pods being completely removed. Now, this has got to be like the most lucky game for the Z5 though, like 100%. Oh, I see some parts of this gun. Yeah, there goes the torpedo, killing it. And the Z5 is kind of staying out of the angle of these torpedoes, so... Yeah, okay, here goes the torpedoes. Let's check out what they do to the Z5. They probably can do some pretty decent damage still. The Z5... I mean, people probably don't quite understand just how lightly armored this thing is, but... This is how lightly armored this thing is. 1 layer of metal, 2 layers of alloy slopes. This thing dies. To a lot of things. But the torpedoes also kill a lot of things. Which, in this case, kind of probably might mean the end for the anticipation. Like, yeah, it's kind of taking some damage here and there, but... Honestly, I'm surprised the Z5 is still running on 2 out of 4 engines. Oh, goodbye, BRM. Yeah, the anticipation is pretty much dead in the water. It's keeping its stern pointed at the Z5, which... Yeah. The torpedoes are getting beat up as well. There we go, the Z5 is slowing down. Wonder what caused that. I don't know, it's probably just because I was turning or something. Yeah, the Z5 is in a very good angle right now. It's staying out of the torpedo's angle right here. And it's pretty much just getting to beat on the anticipation for free. I know, this gotta be the most lucky matchup. Also, that was my Discord again. No need to check yours. Yeah, I don't think the Z5 would have normally performed like this. This is deviant behavior. Beyond deviant behavior. Well, hey, if it works. It's unfortunate the torpedoes run too low again, the unguided ones, but hey, there's still hits. Oh, and that's the anticipation gone. It's despawning. So, surprisingly enough, a Z5 win. Gonna put that on the leaderboard. Kiwi manifested the Z5 win. Oh yeah, Kiwi did cheer for the Z5 in chat. So... yeah, Z5 win manifested by Kiwi. You know who to complain to for this absolutely deviant behavior. But anyways, moving on to the next battle, which probably is going to be the last for today. Well, actually, we started a bit late, so maybe not. The Tonker going up against the Oppourtunity. This is still the old Tonker, so... We're not gonna be expecting too much. The Oppourtunity, on the other hand, new submission, which got absolutely burned to death by the Volca. Not the Volca, the Cesiarder. I keep thinking Volca just because Volca, Volcano, it just fits with the fire, but it's not the Volca. It is the Cesiarder, which I'm thinking of. I just keep getting the name wrong. The Volca was built before its destined time. Yeah, the name was kind of... Oh. Okay, so... That's an APS turret out. How? I don't know. But it is out. Just stick to the Oppourtunity. The Oppourtunity is actually getting torn up. Oh god. It's AI dead. What the f... That was a quick kill. That was a very, very quick kill. Okay. Never mind me doubting the Tonker. That's a win. And a rapid win at that. Fastest one we had yet. So, how many more battles do we have left? Yeah, we can do 2 more battles and then we'll leave the rest of the battles for next week. So we have 1 more week with the finals. Right, so next up, this one's one that we could actually be looking forward to. The Cesiarder going up against the Reluctance. I really do look forward to this battle, looks like. So there's the Reluctance. We've got 100 meter spawn altitude, 30 meter angle. And the Cesiarder, which we will just spawn at 100 as well to give it that mirror altitude. And see what happens. See if that spawn angle the Reluctance has is going to throw off the Cesiarder, because like the Reluctance will move to over there. The Cesiarder's flamers are over here. So this one's maybe going to cause a bit of trouble. Maybe not. Cesiarder is not getting its flamers into position. It really isn't. It's trying. They almost touched tips. Oh, this may be the turn. This may be it. Getting some flames on. Oh, that's... Yeah, that's a good set of flamers. That's a good hit. Another decent connect. The Cesiarder is behind in health, but it's got some fires on the turrets mainly. Cesiarder is falling absolutely behind in terms of distance, which is causing the Reluctance to gain DQ points. Ironically, the Reluctance gaining DQ points here. The Reluctance is, however, absolutely murking the Cesiarder. Again, my Discord. And yeah, the Cesiarder at... It's struggling to stay in range. It is pulling back up. It's not falling into the water at least. Getting into a decent-ish angle. Maybe it's in range. It is in range. It's getting the flamers out for a brief moment. We do see some fire on the Reluctance still, ticking away. The Cesiarder is also dodging a lot of the incoming fire. It's not taking all the hits in the world. Oh, what is this about to... What is this about to be? What is the Cesiarder doing? It is flying at a very weird angle. Oh god, this is a nosedive. This is... Yeah. This seals the fate of the Cesiarder. It's downed. It is in the water. And probably just going to die down there. Yeah, it lost some wings, so that's probably why it maneuvered in a very weird way. And yeah, there we go. That's it for the Cesiarder. So, yeah, another win for the Reluctance. It won the airship battle. And now for, this time for real, the last battle of today. The Z5 going up against the Tonker. Now we've seen the Tonker really just go crazy that last battle, so we can't count it out just yet. Although the Z5 with its EMP torpedoes, or not fully EMP, but they have some EMP, may just get a very, very, very quick AI death here. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen it, the Tonker get AI deathed before, and that's how it's ended up down here. So, really, we'll see. The torpedo spread is approaching. The fish are in the water. Here come the small torpedoes from the Tonker, which... Again, I don't think that actually destroyed a single block. The Z5's torpedo spread is coming in caught and immediately destroyed the two APS guns. It didn't kill the AI, but it did really, really hurt the Tonker. The next set of torpedoes is already in the water. Again, just... Damn. That's a huge chunk of APS getting ripped out there. Z5 still, it has still got all main guns. Barely lost any health, in fact. So yeah, I don't know... Oh, never mind, there goes the torpedo launcher. Still, I don't know how the Tonker just absolutely devastated the Oppourtunity last round. Might have been the Hesh gun on top here which did that. Because I didn't see any Hesh protection around the turret necks. So maybe it was that? I'm just guessing anyways. So the Z5 is... It's digging, basically, with those guns. Those torpedoes look like they're just not guided. Let's fly over. Yeah, 2 torpedoes lost their guidance. But that also means that 3 of them still have it. And they're dealing some damage to the underside. Yeah, the Z5's guns, if left unopposed for a while, they do actually do damage with those kinetic shells. It's just that they get shot off so very easily with those turret necks. Again, here come those torpedoes, causing some EMP surges. And does the Tonker even have any weapons on target still? It got that APS on the top still. It do got that, and this cram turret back here looks like it's still targeting something. So, we're continuing the battle. Again, those bombs running just too low. If you do make a new version of the Cesiarder, now that it's out, we can do some bonus battles with it still. So it's not like we don't need to see it and never again. We can still have some fun with it. Also, this is some very devastating kinetic spam really here. Going bow into something that's drilling with kinetic guns is I mean, for a broadside ship, it's probably the worst angle to be at. I see rubber falling off here, so maybe that's giving the AI out to the EMPs surges. And yikes, yeah, there goes another one of those cram side turrets, or what's left of it rather. I hear the torpedoes. And yeah, I mean the Tonker is dropping lower and lower into the water. It's already at 48% health. So I guess we do this as maybe a thumbnail? I'm not sure. I took another image. And yeah, there we go. The Tonker is below 45%. It is 2 damaged. It's also sinking. So yeah, the Z5 actually wins. Oddly enough. Gonna put that 2 on the leaderboard. Which leaves us with some fairly interesting battles coming up for next round. The Knight of Selena are in 2, 3, not 2. Against the Reluctance next turn, or next round. And the Firestorm against the Z5. So, yeah, those are gonna be some interesting battles. For today, though, I think we can call it at that. We've had some very nice fights. And yeah, I'm gonna go get the video uploaded. There will be a bonus battle video on Wednesday as well. I'm gonna work on that. And yeah, until next week, goodbye.